Did you know that your blood sugar might be sabotaged by invisible enemies in your daily life? These are foods and habits you don't even notice, but they directly affect your health. Maybe you've already felt the effects, a spike in tiredness, blood sugar out of control. And the worst part is, many times, these enemies don't even look like villains. But don't worry, I'll show you the 10 biggest enemies of your blood sugar and what you can do to protect yourself from them. Let's take control of your health together. And be careful with enemy number 7. It's more treacherous than it seems. But before we continue, subscribe to the channel because I'm going to bring a series of videos that will help you manage diabetes and regain your health. Let's get started. 1. Refined sugar. That sweet coffee, the bread with jam, or that irresistible dessert after lunch. Refined sugar is in everything, and unfortunately, it's one of the worst enemies for those with diabetes. The problem is that this type of sugar enters the bloodstream too quickly, making blood sugar spike like fireworks. And it doesn't stop there. When sugar rises too fast, the body responds by releasing an excess of insulin, and then comes that sudden drop, leaving you tired and craving more sweets. A vicious cycle. And don't be fooled. Sugar isn't just in obviously sweet foods. It's hidden in sauces, breads, cookies, and even in your capsule coffee. What to do? Swap it for more natural alternatives like cinnamon to sweeten drinks or eat whole fruits, which come with fiber to balance blood sugar. Your body and your pancreas will thank you. 2. White flour. Can you imagine a breakfast without bread or a little cake? Tough, right? But the bad news is that white flour acts in your body almost like pure sugar. When you eat white bread, your body breaks it down quickly into glucose, releasing sugar into your bloodstream in the blink of an eye. The result? Blood sugar spikes, which make your body release a lot of insulin, and soon after, that hunger returns. In other words, you eat, blood sugar rises, insulin works, and soon you feel the need to eat more. And the worst part, white flour doesn't have enough fiber to keep blood sugar under control. The solution? Swap it for whole grain versions or healthier grains, like whole wheat bread, grain tortillas, or options with amaranth and chia. This way, you avoid the blood sugar roller coaster and feel full for longer. I know how difficult it can be to choose the right meals to control your blood sugar, especially with so many options out there. But what if you had a simple and practical guide full of delicious recipes adapted for diabetics? With Smart Eating, the nutritional guide for diabetics, you'll have the support you need to plan your meals from breakfast to desserts with ingredients that help keep your glucose stable. Do you want to transform your diet and start controlling your blood sugar in an easy and tasty way? Download the guide now by clicking on the link in the first comment below the video. 3. White rice. A plate without rice seems incomplete, right? But if you have diabetes or want to avoid it, it's important to pay attention. White rice is one of those foods that seem harmless, but can quickly spike your blood sugar. This happens because during the refining process, rice loses almost all of its fiber, leaving only starch, which turns into sugar in the bloodstream in no time. The result? A guaranteed blood sugar spike. And if you combine it with other foods like bread or sugary juices, your blood sugar will shoot up. But don't worry, you don't have to cut rice forever. The secret lies in making smarter choices. Try brown rice, cauliflower rice, or even quinoa rice. They have more fiber and protein, helping to keep your blood sugar stable and hunger control for longer. We're moving on to the 4th enemy, and I noticed you haven't liked the video yet. This is very important for YouTube to continue promoting our videos, so we can keep helping you manage diabetes in a healthy way. Please hit the like button on this video. Okay, now let's continue. 4. Soft drinks and industrial juices. You know that cold soda on a hot day, or that juice box that seems healthy? Well, they can be true enemies of your blood sugar. The problem is the hidden sugar. A can of soda can have the equivalent of 10 teaspoons of sugar. And the juices? Even the natural box ones can have as much sugar as a soda. The worst part is that these drinks don't have fiber, so the sugar goes straight into your bloodstream, making your blood sugar skyrocket like a rocket. But don't worry, you don't have to live on water alone. How about trying more natural and safe alternatives? Sparkling water with lemon, unsweetened iced tea, or even fruit-infused water are great options to refresh without harming your blood sugar. 5. Fast food and ultra-processed foods. Who can resist a good sandwich, a loaded pizza, or a plate of fries? The problem is that these foods are full of refined carbs, bad fats, and chemical additives, which can mess with your blood sugar and health. The big danger of fast food and ultra-processed foods like cold cuts, chips, and instant soups is that they not only raise your blood sugar, but also inflame your body and worsen insulin resistance. In other words, besides raising your blood sugar, they make it harder for insulin to work, making diabetes even harder to manage. But don't worry, you can make healthier, homemade versions. A homemade burger with lean meat and whole grain bread, sandwiches with natural ingredients, or even cauliflower crust pizza are delicious and much better for your health. 6. Trans fats. You know that crispy French fry, the stuffed cookie, or that margarine that seems harmless? Well, they could all be loaded with trans fats, one of the worst enemies of health, especially for those with diabetes. These fats are artificial, created to give crunchiness and preserve food for longer. But the problem is they inflame the body, increase bad cholesterol, LDL, decrease good cholesterol, HDL, and worsen insulin resistance. In other words, they're truly poisonous for anyone trying to control their blood sugar. And the worst part? Often they're hidden. Even if the label says zero trans fats, some products still contain small amounts that, when consumed daily, are just as harmful. The best solution? Swap fried foods for baked ones, use olive oil instead of margarine, and choose natural foods over processed ones. This way, you protect your heart and keep your blood sugar under control. 7. Dried fruits and fruit in syrup. Fruits are healthy, right? Yes, but not all versions are blood sugar friendly. Dried fruits and fruits in syrup can be sugar bombs in disguise. Here's the deal. When a fruit is dehydrated, it loses water, but the sugar stays concentrated. In other words, a handful of raisins can have 3 times more sugar than the same amount of fresh grapes. Now imagine eating a handful of dried apricots or dates. It's a blood sugar shock. And fruit in syrup? Even worse. They're soaked in sugary syrups, making your blood sugar rise faster than an elevator in a skyscraper. So, what's the solution? Always prefer fresh fruits. If you want something convenient, go for unsweetened nuts and seeds. This way, you can better control your blood sugar without giving up a tasty snack. 8. Alcohol. That cold beer on the weekend, a tequila with friends, or even a liqueur after dinner might seem harmless, but alcohol can be a big enemy for those with diabetes. Here's the issue. Alcohol affects the liver, which is responsible for releasing glucose when the body needs it. So, when you drink, the liver gets busy processing the alcohol and may forget to regulate your blood sugar, leading to sudden drops or unexpected spikes. And it doesn't stop there. Many alcoholic drinks are loaded with sugar, like cocktails, liqueurs, and even some beers. If you mix them with soda or juice, then it's a guaranteed blood sugar bomb. What to do? If you decide to drink, choose wisely. Opt for options with fewer carbs, like a glass of dry wine, and always eat something healthy alongside to avoid spikes or drops in blood sugar. But the best advice is to keep alcohol to a minimum or avoid it altogether. 9. Breakfast cereals and healthy bars. You've probably seen those colorful boxes in the store saying rich in fiber, zero sugar, or naturally healthy, right? Don't fall for that trap. Many breakfast cereals and healthy bars are packed with hidden sugar, artificial sweeteners, and refined carbs that cause your blood sugar to spike quickly. The problem is that, in addition to the sugar, many of these products contain syrups, maltodextrin, and processed flours, which raise your blood sugar almost as fast as a sweet treat. In other words, that bowl of cereal that looks like a healthy breakfast might be worse than eating white bread with jam. But don't worry, you don't have to give up cereals. Opt for more natural versions, like whole oats, amaranth, or unsweetened granola. And if you want a convenient snack, choose homemade bars made with seeds, nuts, and a hint of cinnamon, without artificial sweeteners. 10. Lack of sleep and stress. Here's a silent enemy that often goes unnoticed. Lack of sleep and constant stress. It may seem like the problem is just fatigue or worry, but in reality, both have a huge impact on your blood sugar. When you don't get enough sleep, your body has more difficulty regulating blood sugar, which can lead to spikes in blood sugar. And stress? When we're stressed, the body releases hormones like cortisol, which, among other things, can raise blood sugar and make it harder for insulin to work. Not to mention that stress and poor sleep can make you feel hungrier and end up eating unhealthy foods. The good news is that sleeping better and managing stress can help keep your blood sugar in check. Try establishing a sleep routine, practicing relaxing activities like meditation or yoga, and making time for rest throughout the day. Your body will thank you. Now that you know the 10 biggest enemies of your blood sugar, it's easier to avoid these traps and take control of your health, right? Remember to stay alert, make healthier choices, and of course, take care of your body with love. If you like this content, don't forget to leave your comment below, like the video, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on more important tips like these. Let's work together to achieve healthier blood sugar control. And don't forget to grab your digital book, Smart Eating, the nutritional guide for diabetics. It's really important that you get it now before the copies run out. See you in the next video.